This video contains the most interesting clips from this 2.5 hour interview with a Tanki game developer. Check the video timeline for answers to topics about the game that interest you.
We still need to support keys for Android, but we're not doing that right now. Because we are confident that the HTML5 version will be ready by that time. But I'm really sorry for all our mobile players because we have neglected the mobile version for quite a while right now.
And then what's the plan with adding it to iPhones?
We will look into it after the HTML5 will hit Android. How much time will it take to run the game on iOS? I don't know. And yeah, we'll have smoke grenades, guys. And they will work because Valorant, okay? The tank are dying too fast right now. We can see it, and we have tools to fix it. Okay.
Okay.
So we're not looking for the game to become faster and faster and faster. You know, like we don't want to turn this game into a normal arena shooter because arena shooters are dead. I think 2 years ago we tried and pushed the HP of every hull twice as much. If you remember that experiment, it was bad. I mean, the game felt bad, and we still need to add fun augments so you can have ways to kill people instantly. But on the other hand, we need to add some tools, and it's not only the smoke grenade. Okay, there will be others. I mean, like, we need some countermeasures, and I'm literally going to make a countermeasure grenade. And the bots, they really helped, like tremendously, immensely helped. Yeah. But we need more of the bots. We need the bots mixed with players. We need to make a few games when you have a few players on your team and a few players on the enemy team, and the rest of them are bots. And that is our focus right now. Make new players stay in the game way longer than it is right now. Have some.
One of the main questions I'm seeing a lot is what's going on with Pulsar and status effects, because they are pretty frequent. If I can, they're just overwhelming. It seems recently.
You need to stay cool for another week, and then there will be a patch that will address it. It's not a pay-to-win thing. Right? What we're trying to do with the augments is like make a content, like options, right? Mm-hmm. The problem is if we don't buff them, and the players will not understand how this augment work. Mm-hmm. So that's a bad thing when you are trying to make a new content and the content is like meh, and that's a problem. That's why we might overbuff it on the release. But we'll fix it eventually, because this is actually a motto for this game. It's a serious thing. We are not looking for power creep at all.
He says, what is the average rank that a new player is reaching?
For many years ago, the Sergeant rank is where the players all the players left. So it's improved over the years, but it's still like it shows like many players left the game really early.
Okay.
Like I tried to do that with Phoenix augments, right? Yeah. Some sort of a progression. It's bullshit. I know, 5 million points. So like, anyway, it's one way to do it. Yeah. I know that's a lot. I know it's a reason why, you know. So the players, when they have this Phoenix in the top, and other players can see them having Phoenix in the top, all the game would be like, oh my god, are you fucking crazy? You did that. You don't need the bad skins to be just for progression. No, you need the good skins. They need to look unique. So when you equip a certain skin, you need to know that this guy had bought this skin on Halloween. This guy had bought his skin on the UFO day, and this guy grinded this stuff. I'm so angry we cannot still make skins that can transform, but trust me, when we'll be able to make them, we will make them. Mm-hmm. There will be transforming skins in Tanki. We just need to make certain updates to the game engine so to make it happen, but we will do it, okay? We will have transforming tanks back. 2 years ago, the new strategy was meant for the project, right? This is why we're just quietly doing our thing. It will take, I don't know, maybe another year. But you will see the changes. I mean, at some point, we won't be able to hide things anymore, and you will realize what is going on. I mean, okay. At some point I said we're going for not just one game engine, and this kind of a spoiler. Anyway, so about the prices. Yeah, that's intentional.
Okay.
But I'm not... Yeah, the lollipop with crystals, that's intentional. That's kind of an experiment. It's basically, if you want to do it faster, you need to pay a bit more crystals to do it faster. Like, right now you have the longest Halloween ever, and this is actually... it's not a one-time live ops event or something like that. We are going to shift the game for the longer events from now on, and you will see it after the new year especially. First of all, the like common boxes, so that's standard boxes right now, like standard containers, right? Mm-hmm. They are going to be completely free to play. You cannot buy them right now. You won't be able to buy them after they're going to be with the keys. And there will be a certain update to standard containers that you're going to like. And I'm not going to spill the beans, okay, because you'll need to wait. But you will realize why it's going to be... I mean, it's not only that they're going to yield you epic keys, right? Mm-hmm. It's not only that. There's going to be something more, and you're going to love it. For a while, because contracts, they have a place in the game, certain place. They actually a substitute for the containers, for the loot boxes, right? And they are this kind of a substitute when they actually allow you to get things that you want for playing the game. Just you want the skin, okay, you will get the skin, but you need to play this game for this much.
It will be very difficult, like trophy missions, but you'll be able to specifically choose.
Yeah.
Can I ask? You remember the missions where you had like 999 kills or something like that?
Yeah.
Are you planning to add this for something like better rewards?
Let me put it this way. This is basically contracts.
Okay.
It's like that. It's almost like that. It's like paid missions that you can just get in. Yeah.
Oh yeah. What happened with the bomb cart game mode? You guys talked about
we talked, and I still think that this game mode should replace Assault, because Assault is kind of hard to balance on different maps.
Yeah, that's the mode.
But it's like it's not a priority at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
The bomb cart will be basically a bot that is doing certain stuff that following certain route in the game.
Yeah,
and the game mode will happen much more easily.
Okay. When you like load in between different menus, like say you go to your garage mid game, or you open the shop randomly, it'll just infinitely load and you have to restart your game.
That's entire problem with DDoS recently, and the way we fixed it. After we've implemented the anti-DDoS protection that is actually working and can prevent DDoS, the ping for everyone went up.
Yeah,
that's the consequence of that protection. Oh yeah. The next one is any plans to add new hulls and turrets? Yes, though I am not looking for any more hovering hulls for reasons. We had enough of them. I have a plan for a certain hull that is it's actually normal tank hull, with a. And about the turrets, yes, we have plans, though we are discussing them because we have enough turrets that have this double game mode, like you can hold the button, you can push the button. We haven't released a turret that just pew pew pew, just push the button and make people go die or something like that. So we need to look into it. I'm thinking about different kinds of turrets. The art team is on the remaster right now. Remastering maps, and no, the Regis is not the remastered maps in the next one. I know you have seen it, but trust me, it's just the guys who making the videos, they just learned they can run maps in Unity and make them look cool. And I've been like, what have you done?
They made it look like the new updated map.
But I'll tell you this, it's not one map, it's several maps.
Oh, cool.
There will be a bunch of several maps at once. It's not the bridges, and you're not going to believe which map they are, but I'm sure we will try to, at least in the next year, they will certainly be in the game. Okay, so about the unbalanced augments, I've kind of answered that previously. So it happens when they release, but eventually they brought in line, because eventually all the augments make into the standard containers, like the healers augment recently, and we have the next augments plan to do that. We will have eventually we'll have all the status augments in the container, so they will be balanced accordingly. If you think about it, we haven't updated the gunshot effects for quite a while, right?
Yeah.
And we have hinted that we are working on it, but it takes time to make it happen. We've only managed to update the explosion of the grenade, and the explosion of the tank is still on pause for some reason. And we have new railgun shot already in pipeline, but
cool.
It will take time to implement. And then we'll be able to make a different color, and not only just a color, different types of effects for turrets.
Yeah.
It will make it so you will see less augments in the game, but more augments and effects. So it's gonna balance itself out. So it's gonna be like that.
Okay. Because right now the physics, you shoot midair and you stop right in place. And so I got a response to my comments.
That part. Yeah, I remember that part. So this is anti-cheat.
Okay.
This is what's going on, and that certain anti-cheat, what it does, it stops the tank when it's flying. And in parkour, the anti-cheat is turned off. That's the only difference.
Okay.
So we didn't really fix it. We just turned it off, So this is why it's not happening in matchmaking, because if we do that, the players, there will people just flying for the goals. And we're like, no, we don't want to have that. So this is one way to put it. So the grenades is actually anti-camper weapon. And there will be specialized anti-camper grenades, so I'm sure you're going to like it. Oh, you know what? I have a list of the grenades I want to make. The one of them is called the fireworks. Okay. This is just a fun grenade to have on the weekends and stuff like that. But when I tried it, I realized that I can actually make a huge explosion out of the fireworks, like a damaging explosion. But it happens above the tank, so it doesn't damage anyone except for hoppers. Right? So you will have the grenade that's specifically made so any hopper above you will instantly die. This is why I'm doing them hard to use. I don't want them to be used as another damage tool, because this is not what we need. We have augments, we have another stuff to deal damage. We need certain stuff to make enemy player move to react on your actions. This is why grenades so hard, and they hard to use. They slow to explode, but when they explode, goddamn! I mean, those when you throw at that point, it was like a grenade moment. That was really, really fun. This is what we're looking for. Yeah, the biggest misconception that the Tanki player base has. Well, I basically tried to explain that in the beginning of the stream. So you think like the game is falling down and is doing worse and worse and worse, and for developers it's like the other way around. So basically what's happened is the advertising is working better and better with each iteration we get, and less and less people live in the game. Okay, we are not having a lot of tools to protect our own tanks right now. We have more offensive tools. We need some defensive tools. So that's what I'm looking for. The grenades, standard grenades, are like both offensive and somewhat defensive, because you can throw them back so the players will not pursue you. But it's not the same as to having a grenades that outright, for example, heal you, you know? Yeah, so, we are trying a prototype of a thing that is somewhat like a shield, but it's not a shield like in Tanki X. It's basically the grenade that creates a block of foam in the middle of the game, and you cannot shoot through it.
Oh, damn.
So it's like an obstacle, and you need to break it.
That sounds really nice.
Yeah, so we have plans for that. So like you can equip one grenade on you, and you will have options. And the standard grenades is just the first one, but you will have the different options to do different funny stuff, like the fireworks grenade if you really hate hoppers, the smoke grenade if you really hate people, and this foam grenade if you really need to make players stop. Like, come on, comrade, I know, yes, comrade, Molotovs, we can use Molotovs, comrade. Yes, that's right. But we can't really use flame against tanks, right? So it creates the area in which you will receive damage, and you will need to run out of this place. Okay, so there will be these options as well.